Hey everybody, welcome to my allies mix match against derpa. I don't know that I've played derpa before, maybe somewhere along the line, but I don't recall specifically. Probably take Anna here. I may take. Yeah, I think you just do Anna. I mean, there's so plenty of trashing. Draws a little lacking, but it's here, and then horn stuff. So you can build the engine. The status of my group phase right now is such that if I tie derpa, I'll make it out. And at first, and then tire better. And if I don't know if we go 1.5, 2.5, then we're tied in points, and I'm not sure what the tiebreakers are. If they just win off head to head, or if we have to play an additional match or something. Yeah. Anyway, you've got. It's a little bit. The uniques are slightly awkward here. Depending, I guess, on if you keep a lot of knights, it's not so bad. Okay, well, I don't get to. This is rough. I don't know if I just do modify or if I do sentinel. This is pretty tough. I also had the 5-2. I don't think Sylvia's correct. I mean, it could be Sylvia, to be honest. At least you buy another 5 when you play Sylvia. This is gonna leave me behind on trashing, but I don't really know what else to do about it exactly. And you're kind of just hoping that there's just a knight hit right off rip here. They get their trashing advantage, but you just kind of live with it from there. Nobody's necessarily in a super good. They didn't get any estate trashes. I think the 3-4 is fine. I mean, 3-4 versus 3-4 certainly looks fine. Against the 5-2, it's a little scary. They play a knight and hit one of your opening cards. Then it's a little different. So no, Derpa's problem now will maybe be money. At least potentially. Yeah, I think the 3-4s are okay. Well, they have 4 here. Oh no, I'm reading this wrong. They trashed an estate last time. They must have bottom decked an estate actually, so that's pretty nice for them. I don't like the Spice Merchant. I think you actually take either you just go ahead and take Sentinel, or you just take a mill. Well, I mean, I wouldn't take a mill. I would have just taken a Sentinel, but Spice Merchant is okay-ish. I mean, I guess you can butterfly it. That does make some sense. Um, the I keep forgetting to do that as of late. The yeah, maybe I should have done Spice Merchant over Mill there. That sounds quite a bit better actually. Just since there is the I don't super love Steward there. Drawing the estate here was a little sad. Maybe on your 5 you just take a horn actually. Yeah, on your 5 you take horn and then Michael and then specialist. I mean, I guess if you have like, you just go ahead and buy Michael straight, which I'm not, I guess, super scared about. If we find the Sentinel here and get the estate and copper trash, we're in a bit of a different world. Since they did take Michael, I'm just going to take Natalie. This Michael won't hurt if they draw it. Most likely. I mean, it could hurt. The trash could hurt. The discard won't hurt. Not especially, anyway. It would be kind of nice. I mean, we probably won't get around to it, I guess, but it would be kind of nice to hit the estate. I guess they're just taking. Do they have 5 here? Oh, okay. I'm not totally sure on the second. Okay. This one isn't super clear to me. I guess we get just do the, oh, it's a double estate trash. No, just single. I have mill. It is a double trash. We still have 5. So let's go ahead and do it. And then this is a little hard. This is either just horn or specialist. Draw is going to be such a pain here. I think I'd go specialist. This is not what you want to see. I mean, really, ideally, you'd see the... you know, I don't really want Natalie in hand at all. I would just assume have them clash out. But this is actually quite good, though. Well, I say actually like that's not clear that it's quite good. Trying to think here. I think we go play again. Discard now. Just discard these. Play Natalie. Probably take Steward. Okay. And then play another specialist. Hopefully, I don't know if it's... This isn't great. I would rather have just like maybe lost the Sentinel or something. But I guess we'll have him clash out here. Steward toss is quite bad. Another specialist. Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of the copper. It's copper silver specialist down here, so that's pretty not great. We could just take a copy of it, but can take a 5 here. I'm not sure about that. But we just kind of got the not a great. Okay, this isn't such a big deal. They probably have 5. They can just buy a horn, but they don't really quite have like the cantrip setup that we do right now. And quite a bit more treasures, so. Nobody's gonna have a lot of draw, really. They still have 3 coppers. Quite a few coppers. Okay. Do I want to save the... This is sort of annoying. I still have the Sentinel. I need to get rid of the Sentinel. We need to buy 5. Yeah, this is annoying. It's settlers, 2 specialists, sentinel, and steward. This is probably not correct. Okay. We would love to be able to, yes, do this. This is good. Let's just get another copy of Specialist. I get horn. Then it's all about specialist stewards and using hops to get those. And some amount of mills along the way as well. They've got 3. No way, they trashed a little bit. 1 copper and 2 silver. 2 silver. So still 2 stop cards. Enemy. I'm not sure that getting the settlers is all that useful versus the action. I mean, they may not need the action here. I don't really know, but I'm at least a little bit surprised by it. This is not, again, this is not a board. You can play with 1 bustling village and be relatively happy. 2 is way more actions than you can actually use. For the most part. You specialist 1. I mean, just because of specialist is the big thing here. Okay, this is nice. This is just draw. Because we may get a shot at doing. We didn't, but it's okay. I don't know if we'll get gameplay here. Well, we'll get a little gameplay. Okay. I guess we could have done more. I wonder if it'll let me undo. The specialist gets us more, doesn't it? Well, if we want to hop, it's not necessarily. I wonder if they'll let me undo the. The $2 thing, we really would kind of like for. We'd kind of like to buy a mill or a steward anyway. Actually, I think it's probably even. Assuming we want one steward, I think this ends up being pretty even. So now we're looking at this is either like specialist steward. I like that. Pretty big fan of that. Like I said, I'm not super worried about the bustling villages. Them not having any horns yet is rough. Like they have to get horn this turn. Have to buy horn, but I'd be able to lower the horns pretty far my turn. They're still just very gain limited. What did they even get last time? Yeah. The mill gains, I don't think help them a whole lot either. Hero probably just specialist one bustling village. I mean, that's already like more actions than you can actually use. So ideally you're playing your specialists on your stewards or your hops. I guess they can maybe mill butterfly a hop, get a hop here. I don't know if they have more cantrips left. They still have another steward. So they can do that at least once. No, maybe they just have one mill. So what's their hand? Silver, copper, mill, steward, and then I mean, this is probably got to be a hop, yeah. And they're gonna draw it. I don't know what the other card is. Again, the bustling, I think bustling is wrong. I think even for me, this second bustling may have been wrong. This is sort of unfortunate order here. You don't get a chance to do any mill tricks. I mean, not that you are really needing the money, but you know, if you had the shot at it, you'd take it. This is scary. Okay. So steward. Okay. I mean, I don't want to give them a pile out. That wouldn't be good. I wish I had a I wish I hadn't played as Settlers. I would butterfly it for Steward here for sure. If we had found Mills instead of Settlers early on, that would have been the thing. So you don't really want to lower everything so far that the mill pile. I mean, I guess I can check for a pile out as well. What would it be on though? What am I looking at here? I've got. Can we do a Steward specialist? Bustling pile out? Does that like sort of chain it all? Probably not with only 2 hops. You have like a smithy or something. There's a little bit of maybe not chaining quite. This is annoying. So we have one, 2, 3, 4, 5 gains right now. And chain 2 of them. That gets us to 7. Then we could chain 1 more. That would get us to 8. Plus a buy would get us to 9. But the buy, I don't have enough to buy any of the things that are. Well, maybe we can just do it on. The thing is that they don't really chain, right? No, they kind of chain. So if we specialist for. So specialist hop for double specialist. Draw it with Steward. Specialist hop for like specialist mill. Then no, this is not gonna work. We should try to score a little bit here then. Maybe we just return mills for duchies. I am a little worried they're going to be able to. I hopefully they don't have the overdraw for it, especially if we maybe. I would not be shocked to learn that there was some way to do a pile out here, but. We could return a mill and gain another horn. I'm worried even at this amount, frankly. I don't want the mill pile out to be a thing. We're getting 4 things here. It's like. This can backfire. This is possibly quite bad. The silver doing nothing for me. I could easy dud. Like the way I've built this is very possible to dud. And I'm even thinking about getting an estate too. They have what? They have one horn. I probably played too scared here. They're first player too. I don't think the estate matters. Yeah, this is what was asking. This is basically what I was doing to myself here. It was just stupid. I didn't have to play that scared. They're not going to chain that much. I mean, they may. Now the only out here is if bustling is on top. That was really stupid. This is just sort of a throw from like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a pile out from my position, but this was bad. They don't even have that many specialists. Like, I'm just plain scared of gains that really aren't there. Oh, it's so stupid. This is even all their specialists, I believe. I deserve to lose this one. Yeah, the only out now is bustling on top. It was bad. Bad deck comp. I mean, just I could have like worked out their gains too. I mean, it's a little annoying to work out gains here. I mean, it's far from trivial anyway. But you know, they didn't really have the draw to do the full as much gain and plays would make it super scary. It's funny how I mean, even if this hand just had a specialist in it, it suddenly looks quite a bit different, right? It probably looks game winning, but they get the little bit of money there, free money. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. We'll see what they do. It's funny because I think if there's a, I mean, if it's cantrips into Bustling Village or whatever, I still probably win. There's only 2 of those. They're gonna end up gaining like, so far they've gained 1 card, right? They're gonna end up gaining like 3 cards, and I played around them not being able to gain like 8 or 9. I mean, that was what I played my. They'll probably gain more than 3. I mean, they still have some settlers left, so they can specialist horn and draw and stuff. But they have to be a little worried, I guess. I don't know. Do they have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They do have 8, so they can province, which I cannot do. I can. I just have 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 7. I mean, I can gain and play and get to 8, but I can probably triple province. Though that would require burning all the horns. Well, not all the horns. They would keep 1. Which is, I have to take that back. They can probably double province. The settlers goes back. It's like definitely. I mean, the nice thing if they double province is they don't actually. Well, they probably have a pile out the next turn when I dud. They can dud. I mean, they're approaching an area where they can dud too. I don't know if I get up to 7 are gone. They have 2 left in deck, 1 in turn. So I have 4 horns. I mean, if I draw, I can win anyway, I think. But even if they max points from here, even if they go double province and duchy, that I'm not sure of, but probably a tie at least. And it's all a bit immaterial. Also a sad dud. I mean, I can also put stuff back in the piles, though they can just, if they draw, they'll be able to do specialist steward horn really easily. I think it shouldn't be hard anyway, just with the specialists themselves. And like specialist 1 horn at the end. I don't know. Single province is kind of weird, right? Because single province doesn't really do anything. Okay. And this is even worse than imagined, because now the stewards are actually gone. Single province doesn't do a whole lot. Double does a little. I mean, double wouldn't. I think I can still win if I draw on double. Like this, these piles are so low. I would have only need to get. Since they bought horn, if they bought duchy and not horn, maybe I couldn't get there. But with horn, it looks pretty easy. Anyway, they'll have an easy pile out here. Any number of them. I just wish I hadn't dudded. But I wish, obviously, I had played my deck better. Or done my buys better, is what I mean. It's sort of funny because double province without the duchy, I don't think actually does that much, right? Because I got a 1 mil here, and then I just need 1 province or a couple duchies or whatever. So then it makes you wonder if you're basically at a point where you have to play for a dud. There's no reason to do the provinces at all. Like if you have to play for me, like this is essentially play for me to dud, but you don't need 2 Yeah, I'm not sure it makes sense. Now that I think about it, I think maybe province. I think full green, like province, duchy, maybe just buys you another turn period. And still, I think you'll have enough gains to pile out potentially. I think you should be able to with the specialists and 1 hop still in deck. Then the rest of it, this I think is not enough points, and so it doesn't mean a whole lot. Assuming I kick off, I can still gain a unique card in province, or just take duchies. I mean, I'm not sure it even would have required taking a province. Probably just 2 duchies would have done it fine. So there shouldn't really be anything to this pile out, but of course you want to make sure you do it right. What do you end up with? You get like they still have specialists. They still have 1 specialist, right? Or is that the end of the specialists? They gained a specialist last game, or last turn, right? Yeah, so they still have 1 more specialist. If it was the end of the specialist, then they would lose, but it's not, so it's fine. I should have just exited, but this is fine. All right, well, good game to them. Obviously, I messed up my penultimate turn. I mean, I think they kind of overdid it too. On the double. I don't think the thing they did actually covers any scenarios particularly well. It's not that good for the dud, right? You don't need the green. You might as well just have gains and engine components for my, like if they're playing against me full dudding, like as it happened in the game, the double province isn't actually good at all for that. And I don't think it, I think I still win if I draw, particularly with lowering the hop. So I think it was the double I think the gains at the end of their turn were also not correct, but it didn't end up hurting them. The same, mine were more incorrect though. Also, I should say I put in more, I think more stop cards than they did. Relative. I guess I just did 2 duchies, but taking out the cantrips was pretty bad as far as village effect with the specialist deck that I was playing. Now, I did top deck all 4 stewards, and 3 of them went into the, or basically top deck 3 of them, and the 4th one was right there. So, but anyway, it's not super important. What do we do here? You can print some tokens with Hunter, I suppose. I don't know how good that is, but you can. I don't know. You can. I can see way anything here. I don't know if there's one that's particularly appealing or especially appealing. I kind of like just getting the. Oh, I guess I can't. I was thinking it's like an importer game, but that's not the case. Apparently, I don't know if they had the 5-2 or if they just bought a wishing well with 3 and just didn't play their coppers. We'll find out in a second. There'll be another 3 pile. Be a little wild. It's gonna be a little, the trashing isn't here, so you're gonna live or die by your opening hands really badly. So someone can get way out here. Apparently we're just all getting 5-2s here. So they get to save their token, which is sort of nice. I don't know, do we get a second carpenter? It's like, I would like a patron for sure. And I guess a second carpenter. It's a little more dubious. I guess I could have double wishing well too. I didn't really think about that. But we're not so far away from the point where we would just take Menagerie just on the off chance that we get an activation. But probably not quite this shuffle. I guess they can lower the wishing well price again and buy 2 of them if they want. I don't know if that's good or not, but you could do it. They're just taking Menagerie. Yeah, I think that's fine. Again, like I said, I was kind of close on it. I think you could go another shuffle. But I don't think it's unreasonable. So then we're looking at what are we looking at? Would I like to get another token ever? Do I care? Or do I just go with some other nicer 5, like a Wild Hunt? I'm not sure I'm gonna get a point where like I get a whole lot of use out of lowering something. Or I think I get some outsized advantage from doing it. Yeah, I like the menageries okay here. That would, if I had known this was the hand, then a capital city would maybe have looked a little bit better, but not hugely, just because, you know, you find the guaranteed 3 is still pretty good. Here I'll be, I kind of guess they'll take a capital city first, but maybe not. Yeah, they do. I, of course, just got a raw activation, which was quite fortunate. I don't know. Okay. We almost hit 2 raw. I'm not totally convinced by doing the menagerie stuff. Like, I'm not totally convinced that should be, that those shouldn't be more wishing wells. Because, like, capital C menagerie is not that good, frankly. Just because money isn't that incredibly good here. It's okay. But because there's gain and play that you can do. I mean, it's nice for a kickoff, but that's about the extent of it. Because there's gain and play that you can do, you really just want to have the coppers in hand anyway, because you want to be doing specialist stuff more than anything else. So it's like fine. It's all fine, but it's nicer just as a kickoff thing. The $2 is like whatever. It's not anything. And you're just sort of back to breaking even with draw, roughly. Or exactly, I'm not sure. Should be exactly right. It just gets you back to a 5-card hand. So it can get you a better 5-card hand, but it's not. Yeah, I think I probably did actually go too hard on the wishing or on the menageries. Though the wishing wells themselves are not super exciting. I am a little surprised they didn't, just run the get another patron. I'm not totally clear on that one. Oh, you can do menagerie patron. That's the right. I always forget about that. Well, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that being more of a thing. I still think the gain and play is probably a little more exciting, but I can understand that at least. It makes sense to me in my head. This will be a specialist, I think, for sure. We're just gonna just slam the piles out. And they buy double menagerie, which is like what it happens now is I get to do this, which is okay. Well, I didn't get a great draw off of it, but it was a nice looking thing. It didn't actually do much, but it sort of looked good. I think we just take and we trashed a copper. If we had found the, we bottom deck Capital City Wild Hunt here. We bottom deck a lot of draw actually. That's actually, we're still ahead, and probably just like not it's not even close as to be honest, but that is like an incredibly bad draw. So either first player's carrying us or their draws are also been pretty stinking bad. And now we're just the piles fly. Well, they don't really have draw. At least not a lot. I would, if I'm derpa, I'm putting my, you really want you kind of want two different fives, unfortunately. You kind of would like to do specialist draw card. It doesn't have to be Wild Hunt, but specialist draw card, and you don't quite have the money for that. So maybe you just do it and do like double specialist. Oh, I don't like this. I don't think capital cities are the play, but it makes some kind of sense, but I don't particularly like it. It's not the play to me. I don't know if I can win. Can I win off like a specialisted carpenter? Give me 3 buys, 4 buys. Can chain a little bit. Probably not. Okay. So, do we just go for more draw this way? Seems pretty good. We do have a little bit of an action problem, I suppose. We still haven't seen any estates. So, there's 2 estates and 2 coppers. We're going to need to buy some capital cities just for action reasons, but so let's do this now. I don't even know what's left. There's like I trashed a copper. So the bottom card's a stake. Maybe we just leave it. Maybe we just leave it. This is all a little awkward now. What do we need another capital city for sure. Is it worth losing a carpenter over? I'm not crazy about losing gains here. Oh, well, we're okay then. This is a lot of the menageries, and well, they could still find capital city. This is a bad wish. I mean, this is like the classic bad wishing well wish. You don't wish for the when you still have cantrips left in hand. You don't wish for the thing you want. You wish for the junk card that would stop you from getting to it. I mean, I guess. With the carpenter, there were like maybe some considerations for doing it that way, but they didn't know they had the carpenter in hand yet when they did the wish. Anyway, I don't think they can pile out, but well, they're not. I mean, they're not gaining and playing, so. I should have seawayed the capital cities, right? That is what I failed to do here. I didn't need them. I had $10. I could have seawayed the capital cities, which would have been probably a little better than seawaying the carpenters. I mean, there are worlds where we end up specialisting carpenters more, so yeah, I mean that's not actually totally clear. If we go like double capital city, then probably. But there's a kind of nice thing with the specialist where you get to buy specialist on carpenter. You can get to buy and do the chain, but I don't know. I guess they maybe will green a little bit here. I am pretty worried I'll end up losing this one. I mean, I have a great opening hand. I couldn't ask for a better one, but it doesn't make it not a bit scary anyway. I don't think they're going to province duchy. And I think I can... If I draw, I think I can pile out. If they province duchy, then I don't know that that's the case, though. Then, of course, their deck starts to look... Dud starts to look a lot more likely. Get a specialist. I think I can beat this. I think I can province and... empty. It's not like trivial at all, but I think it is at least theoretically possible. And obviously I got like just a crazy draw for it, so I need to think about what is required of it though. It's like either just ignore the it's either like chain the carpenters I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna get to the end and wish I had plus buy on the... I think at this stage I just want to draw them. I don't know if I need to hit specialists on both capitals. I don't even know if I should play for the pile out either. Is the thing. It's the other thing. What would it look like? It would be like carpenter. We would need to do specialist on capital city. Probably. That or hit. Well, it's not that much money, right? It's just $16. If we can carpenter one other thing into it. Yeah. That is part of it. We don't necessarily have to specialist both of them. We can specialist a wild hunt. Does that just work guaranteed? I don't want to throw it away if it doesn't, but I have 2 patrons, right? I have 6 coppers. We need $16. Better to save some other things. More expensive stuff can also go into. What do I have? We can get a few more menagerie activations. Right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gains. Plus 2 more specialists. I think we draw with Wild Hunt. And then one of the capital cities can be played. Oh, we have 3 carpenters. Well, okay. That makes things easier. You can spend coffers for this now. Where is the last? What is the last card? Oh, it's a patron. Okay. Okay. So we don't probably need the well. We can just do the specialists themselves. Okay. Yeah. This is not for the capitals themselves. Capital. Or actually, they let me undo this. I have to do these first. It was actually game losing. If they don't grant me that, so I mean, it's the kind of thing I would always grant, but okay. And I could have like played one of the villages and then drawn and netted a little bit of coffers. Didn't matter at that point. All right, one more, and I think I make it out on win or out of the top bracket. Should have won that other game, but okay, we got our first split pile, right? I don't think there were ones that we just didn't play with on the other one. Island folk, contract, and sycophant. Island folk's really strong. These are, of course, pretty terrible allies or liaisons. I mean, generally speaking. I think they are anyway. Contract sometimes does some nice stuff. I think Sycophant's pretty bad, barring, combos. If we had, Menagerie here, then we could be talking about something, but do you go like Sentinel, Spice Merchant, and then buy silver and hope to get modifies? And then I don't know. Maybe you can alliance some if you have a modified deck going. The village thing is a real issue. Like a really real issue. Makes the tents look pretty hard to do much with. You can only just contract wishing wells and experiments, which is it's not much village effect. So you kind of want to get just to a point where you have some consistency via contract, I suppose, and then this board doesn't work very well, to be perfectly honest. They find Sentinel, which means they're guaranteed to play Spice Merchant the next turn. If I see Spice Merchant, I kind of even things up as far as that all goes. But if I don't, then it's maybe a little rough. And they, of course, can redraw back into the Sentinel, potentially. I mean, not even that unlikely, right? It's like 2 out of 5 cards. Or you look at 2 cards. You look at 2 cards of the 5, which it's not 2/5 odds, but it's just even a little higher now that you put the experiment in. Now any of those pretty much get you there. There's sort of a weird spot where you play both the experiments, but you have the Sentinel with no cards. That could be maybe a little bad, but I think I'm gonna take silver. Yeah, okay. So I hit a bit of the sadness here. Unfortunately. You'll catch up. Like, it'll get thin, and it probably won't take that terribly long, but it's a very weird board. I guess you could like buy Psychophants under the idea of getting it, and I hit double the other estate shuffles in, so that's really nice. This is guaranteed to hit 5. I guess that's not true. Well, yeah, it is now. This last card is is a copper for sure. Yeah, you kind of get the experiment plus the sentinel thing. It makes it look a little worse. It looks a little bad, maybe. Guess you take a contract before a modify, as long as I'm still. There's some worlds where I'm playing the sentinels. Guess so. We still have kind of a rough go of it here with the trashing. They don't get to contract anything, they just get a favor. Well, the favor in and of itself is quite nice, so. I don't know, you take a modify now, they're thin enough for it for sure. I would think. But you could still wait a little bit and take another contract just because Island Folk is actually that good, I would say. Ooh, I really dislike the amulet. I don't think that's the way you put money into this deck. This was a really lucky wish. I'm not crazy about that choice from derpa. I mean, it's like I need to put money into this deck play, basically. But I'm not a big fan of it. Okay. This is either contract or modify. I probably can play the sentinel another time, so I think I'll just do a contract. This is definitely a sort of off, or sort of a unique board. Yeah, I mean, you can do the amulet as a way of like trashing your sentinel and getting money, but I think it's probably slow. It's not bad. I mean, the board's a little weak, so it's not that weird to think that that would be how you go about doing it. I kind of like a modify better. That's just me. Okay. This was really awful, honestly. I probably should have just taken money. Though there was, obviously there's 2 contracts sitting down here in the bottom 3 cards, so like what do you do? You just have to eat it. We could set aside a wishing well and buy modify here. Because now if we even play one of those, we have a good shot of Island Folking right off. But anyway, this is what it is, so. I think I like that though. We'll just hold the hand, play the contracts, buy modify, set aside a wishing well. I think I like that. And we'll go pretty heavy contracts here, just for the extra turns. The gains are so bad, it's all just sort of. I think getting the modify here maybe gives me a leg up. Island Folk costs 5, right? Okay. So like I get to do the Island Folk turn this turn. I feel good. I think the amulets were bad. Too many buys on that. And what are they doing? You get silvers. It's just not that good. I get wild hunt. I don't know. I'm not buying it, but so what do we got? Contract modify estate. Guess we wish for the estate. Okay. We could. That's interesting. You don't gain in play unless you contract a wishing well. But we could contract a wild hunt here. Not sure. Am I just gonna buy contracts over and over again? I think I probably am. This could be just kill the modify. We could have stopped. Okay. Let's do this. Do we gain experiments or do we just gain wishing wells? See, if we had not had that one draw, we might. Well, this is the island thing, but our goal now is to like just soak up enough of the contracts that they're not in a position to take as many island folk turns as us. And then I don't know, that's about it. Play contract on some wishing wells. Play contract on some wild hunts. Just do stuff. Maybe do an alliance. We'll have to see. To see where the gains take us, but they really need to modify though. I mean, if they can like get modify, I don't know. Do they even have any wishing wells in deck? This is not very good. Like, this is obviously overshooting the money. Unless you're gonna alliance, but... So now they're just trying to get to the point where they have some. Now they're blowing up the silvers that they bought with it. They don't have actions. They're not playing the spice merchants. They don't have, or the amulets. They don't have, it's pretty weird. Maybe it'll work out, but... So you like contract an amulet? It's just not very good. You really need to buy and modify this turn, I think. And I guess you can just... Am I like missing something? Like they're just holding 2 islands and not contracting them because they just don't want the contracts to sit out that long, which I can understand. You really only need 3 contracts, I guess, to be in a spot where you can do the island folk consistently. But once you start setting things aside, then you need a few more. And And then at some point you can amass enough that setting aside is fine. Like, probably I'll overshoot a little bit if I get this. They get another wild hunt. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of these buys. But, so like here, do we try and play the modify now, or do we do, what do we got? It's like a bunch of contracts. And I mean, obviously I can make the buy one here and set aside a couple. It's probably already good enough. They need to modify so bad. Okay. Okay. So there's like silver and some other thing. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna need I'm just gonna alliance. That's how I'm gonna put fuel in. Or I'll wild hunt it or something. I don't know if this makes it in any way awkward for them to use them as villages. That's my hope. But I'm not super worried about the points here. Not the first set of them anyway. That doesn't seem particularly scary. Am I gonna have enough money to do the thing I want to do here? I think so. So my idea is to go modify silver to wild hunt, contract a wild hunt, contract a wishing well. Buy an alliance. So they're still have been holding and not playing these amulets, right? I'm not missing something, right? They've just been holding and not playing amulets for like 4 or 5 turns now. It's pretty rough. Maybe I should have kept the spice merchant, actually. I guess we could regain it. Yeah, probably should have figured out a way to do that, but that's all right. This is kind of a cute amount of things to have here. What do you have that's stoppy? I guess contracts are the most numerous. We kind of would like to play the Wild Hunt if we could. I would like to take it with 6 points anyway. Okay, so there's copper, silver, contract, Wild Hunt. Let's do the copper because we can maybe. Okay. So this is gonna swing a little bit on how this goes. Well, we can choose to not have it swing so much, I guess, but yeah, this is pretty rough. This is quite a bit of points for them, I guess. I wonder if we are okay to just keep alliancing. That's a little disappointing, but that's just what it is. Hopefully, I mean, we still have a big points lead, so we don't have to worry about the Wild Hunts like long term. I probably should have trashed. Did I trash the estate or did I trash the copper? That was stupid. That's so stupid. Anyway, I mean, there are some worlds where you can get draws that it's better to have the thing, but I probably should have just taken double just province and alliance, honestly. Would have also been totally reasonable. But it's okay. They may get me here. They have there are increased odds that they miss the chance of them missing an alliance is going up though. So that's certainly helpful. What did I draw? What were my stoppy cards that I drew? One of the duchies. Okay. So there's like more estates than anything, I guess. Okay. This is good. As long as we hit 8, I'm pretty happy. Do we wish for a nice thing now? That would have been nice. Maybe we should have wished for a nice thing there. I guess they can take quite another pretty nice Wild Hunt, most likely. If they have the 2 contracts in hand, this is pretty safe. If they don't have them in hand, this is a little risky. Okay. Well, they get a really nice hand for it. Unfortunately. I don't know if they can do the Maybe a little risky though, still for them to. They alliance twice. They get up to 37. That's pretty scary. Across two. Well, they get more than that, right? Say they successfully alliance twice while getting the estate points. I would need an alliance to beat it. So now they can play the amulet, which of course makes sense. I mean, if they found the gold, they may just have won, which sucks. That sucks so much. I mean, it's good. They played in good too. Well, sort of. I hated the amulet buys. Why did they do it in that order? That makes me. Oh, they had to. The modify was like that. That's frustrating. That's a frustrating one to lose. I don't know. Maybe I can't go for it at all. I do think in the middle there were some different things I could have done to get Wild Hunt stuff up. Because I just shouldn't lose a game where you buy the amulets and then don't play them that many turns. Obviously, I was behind at the beginning on trashing, and I was second player or whatever. But I should be able to take their amulet. I should be able to take that amulet play and convert it into a win. I think it's bad enough. So that sucked. All right, but we got one more. We'll just have to see what. Here's the 5-2 again. It looks pretty okay. It looks fine anyway. We got colonies, that's nice. There's swap death card, that's nice. It's a pretty wild board. You can run the Band of Nomads gambit if you want. It's a little scary, but it's not that scary. It's not actually that scary. This would be a sort of sad one to get hit on. Well, it's okay. I'm slightly jealous of the pretty jealous of the band or this plot. Hopefully they don't have it just right off again. Okay. All right, Themis is pretty big. Let's just draw what we need to, because we need to hit 5. Okay. I am super jealous of the center. It's so nice in a long, slow catapult thing. I mean, I could have opened it, I guess, but I don't think that would have been any good. I am pretty far ahead on trashing. So that's really nice. I think I just take the swap. I mean, the other option is to take the you can do a pawn. I guess they're gonna buy. They buy gold. Don't like the gold. You don't need the encampment stuff. I don't care for it. You just don't need it. Okay, so you could have thought about giving a junk or giving a curse there. Okay, this is not a good draw. Well, it's all right actually. It's not too bad. So we're gonna swap into an emissary here. So we probably won't need. Let's just do the encampment though. It might have been pawn, but I guess we're gonna swap into a couple swaps. This is nice. This is nice for me in some ways. Okay. We need to have. I like the marquise pretty well. I maybe go for a marquis now. I really need. Oh wait, I can get it right. When you gain a card costing 3 or more. 5. Okay. So I can get 1, 2, 3. I can get 8. When you gain a card costing 3 or more, you may spend a favor for a card action or buy. 10 would be nice. We're not getting to 10 though. Let me think. Playing the encampment is almost like I should have got a pawn. Action buy would have been better here. Yeah, for sure. How do we play this? Okay. Let's do it. Where are we at in trashing now? They have 2 states and 2 copper still. Okay. Well, they probably get out of this. I mean, if they have the gold, then they probably do. That would be bad, but oh, sorry. I was thinking it would automatically trash the death card. I guess we'll lose the death card. It's not hugely important, but okay. We just get an emissary. We need some way to make money. Well, we don't need some way to make money necessarily. We can get action or buy. They're probably pretty similar in this instance. Are we going to play the death card? We might not play the death card this turn. Man, Band of Nomads is going to do work for us here, though. Let's see. See, we can go really far on swap chains. What is the thing here? We're gonna play. We might as well trash this silver, right? Do we need the money? Okay. They have the gold and they have some encampments. So I don't know that catapult play matters much here. I think they're probably drawing deck. Okay. Do we get another swap? Do we need the buy? How many ruins do we think we need? Not that many. We can get more later. This is good. We'll save this one in case we need it. Just encampment for a little bit of consistency, and we can swap it if we need to. I'm not sure that that one is good, but they really have to get the swap stuff going like right now. So, I mean, if they have the money for it, they may just beat me. Unless I can go really far on it this turn. And I don't know that I will go that far on it. Kind of depends. Oh. And then they're always going to have Sinister Plot kind of in their back pocket. They go like Estate into Death Cart themselves. Buy 2 swaps. I don't know. They may have that much money. Yeah, if they go Estate Death Cart and buy 2 swaps, they may just threaten the same kind of stuff I'm doing. And probably have a little better draw. Fortunately. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much loose actions they'll have. I may be going too hard on the swap stuff. The plot is so annoying. The Sinister Plot is so annoying. I should have. Oh, I'm gonna lose this, and I really should have won it. Not this game so much. Well, maybe this game, but mostly I mean the other two. Just the way it goes. They have 2 silver. It's like 2 silvers, gold, copper, estate. 2 silvers, gold, copper. It's annoying. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Whew. Okay. The plunder is probably the least scary thing you can buy here. Okay, that gives me more hope than I could have reasonably expected to have here. Why did I trash? Should have trashed the modify. Why didn't I trash the modify? Whatever. I would really like to get yeah, this still though is not great. I can't quite get to well, I can't quite get to anything specifically. Oh, I did trash the modify. No, I just still have the modify, but I have 2 swaps. We need the marquee. You just play the encampment? Okay. Guess I could maybe force them to use the... much money am I gonna have here? This isn't correct order, but... this is pretty bad order, actually. This is not good. But not terrible. This is kind of nice that they did sinister plot there. Them lowering there is a little, I don't know. Are they going to call any? The lowering there, I don't know. I mean, I can obviously pile this, like, clearly. It's not even... I wish I had a ally or a favor in me, whatever they are. I wish I had a favor. Like, you have to colony, right? The only question is, can I beat it? And I guess the swap probably gives you enough threat, though you can miss now. Or you can maybe not miss, but have a situation where you can't. None of it is really free now. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. They blew up plot. Because I can go back and attack them now if I want. If I don't think I can pile, I can go back and attack them. And just add some cities and colony or two. Okay, or two is probably beyond the scope. This is awful. I don't think we're going to end up with activated cities just right off the bat. How many swaps do I have? 6. It's like not necessarily a hard one to pile. So it's far from guaranteed also. We need to try and find, oh man. The problem is going to be, can we get around? What is our scoring win? Colony Duchy. We need $16 for that. Oh boy. Oh boy. What are the odds they pile out? If they draw, I assume they can just do it. Now, if they have to return, well, I don't even think that matters. Oh boy. So, like, we're having to go death cards to swaps to try and get there, but we also need to get to the end of the shuffle. What do we even have in here that can do anything for us? Like, nothing? We can put You can put a bunch of stuff back in the piles, I guess. Man, this is rough. I'm not gonna make it. I mean, if you're gonna make it, you gotta do the... You gotta take swap now. Probably. Holy cow. What is the big thing is the marquee, where the marquee lives. Well, that's one of the big things. There are multiple big things. We're getting close to where the I guess I'm just gonna go for it. I doubt it works, but we're not gonna have the death cards low enough, are we? I mean, I guess that also may help us if we just put a bunch of death cards back. Well, we need some to shoot. You just lose the pawn. Does it work? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But how many of these were gained? How many non-swap gains do we have so far? Oh, man. There's still a couple more swaps in there, I think. We get the death cards down to 4. This is awful. How many ruined markets are there in there? Oh boy. I don't even know. So I had 6. But I used 1. Gain a wild hunt. We also have to go province duchy. This is just not. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Does emptying the swaps? I don't know. Emptying the swaps probably doesn't even change it up too much. Is there a city-ish pile out, like an estate thing? Or a plunder thing? Oh my gosh. This is not gonna work. Yeah, thanks, Marquis. I really appreciated you. Okay. I surely really appreciated you. So we can return ruins to empty death cards, but we'll only have... I won't do that many. This is just not good. The level of the ruins pile isn't super important. The level of the death cards is pretty important. So what, we gotta attack them now? This doesn't work. Long story short. We can get a couple extra actions or buys or whatever out of it, but we're not gonna have... We're not gonna have the money. Double province... No. Not that good. They get a modify. That just doesn't help that much. We have to buy a colony. Oh gosh. We really have to have them dud. Or just dud and I guess just not have enough stuff they can put in. Basically. Doesn't have to be a full on. This sure is a nightmare. I love it. They only need, if they get their 10 and 5 buys, which they had last time. Oh, no. We don't really have a way to make... We don't really have a way to make this. Well, I keep saying that, but we just have to hope they dud. No, we blew this round badly. Oh. I don't want to play remarket. I just accidentally double clicked. Well, I don't know. They have $20, I guess, is the other thing. They can swap for one of them. That's true. So does it help? It's bad. It's just all bad. If they draw, they get it for sure. They got modify, they got this stuff. So we gotta hope for a dud. So I mean, we can put another death card back. Then maybe that's too much for them to do. I can just not try to colony. But then they colony and I have to get so much on my last turn. And they may be able to empty anyway. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm doing it like that. Change my mind. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna score a little bit. Hopefully the cities aren't too low. I don't think that's a thing. That's so bad. Well, that sucks. So they just need 20 and 5 buys. They'll get that. They'll get easy. So they can swap. They don't have the estate, I guess, yet, but they can draw these. Maybe they can't draw it and get the money. I'm not sure. I think that's probably in hand one way, but that's a bummer that we couldn't hit the I mean, Dud was not necessarily easy for them, but their draw is just the encampments, right? They don't have, I mean, they could have swapped into a city. The main issue is just they're going to score like, another good amount of points, and then again, I can play for a longer game, but it's not. I didn't necessarily add like so many gains that I have. I didn't add that many gains or that much payload kind of stuff to make up a lot of points. Unfortunately. But I don't know that it works without gameplay for derpa. There's definitely a chance of him studying here. The encampments into the marquees, of course, is brutal. They can like province colony probably as their like max money thing. Maybe I'm not really sure what they can do or not do. They have a pawn still. Mine will be all on plane. Like it's really possible that double colony is not even enough for me. And I can't really expect a lot more than that. Didn't take buy with pawn. Didn't take buy with either pawn. They might take a catapult. Assuming they're not finishing, they might take a catapult. Though doing this is sort of odd, to be honest. Taking the death card if you can't pile out is pretty weird looking to me. Pretty strange. Because I can get 2 points out of the wild hunt, maybe, though I'll probably need it for draw. Well, a huge amount of my cards are just swamps. Yeah, I don't know. Was there money like last time? Not a huge amount of money. Can I beat double colony from them? That's a horror. We might be able to double colony province. $30. And if we can gain and play all the death cards, yeah, we should be able to. Should be enough money. With the cities. With some cities. What a crazy board. I think if they go swap death card on that turn, they take plunder, I think they probably beat me pretty cleanly, but they may still beat me cleanly. I definitely don't have the gains to pile now. I think that was even true after the first pawn play, but This is nice. I think this is correct. This is going to force me into a little bit of an awkward position here. I'm going to have to take a wild hunt at the beginning now. And it makes the first city play a little weird. Colony pawn. I would probably have taken a state. Well, no, a state doesn't matter. Yeah, that's fair. So now I'm just looking for death cart double colony. That should be doable. Even death cart province, or not death cart, colony province trash curse works too. Okay, that may be easier. It may be easier. So we should get a wild hunt. Are we going to be short on actions or cards? It's a real question. We have 8 more swap plays left. Those do pretty much have to be like all on death cards. Well, not all of them, but what do we need? Action or card? We do need to play probably 4. We can come back for action later if we need it. I think. Okay. I think this is very likely to work. I'll die if it was actions that I needed in the end, but we don't need the catapult really anymore. Okay, we can fire the emissary. What do I need now? Still card, right? 22 is okay. Never mind. This is enough. Okay. So we take these. Give 4 of these gives 23. That's enough. I think I was quite lucky to win that one. I think that they could have added swap stuff at least a turn sooner and probably beat me. I thought I was ahead, but somewhere I did not. Either I was either underestimating his deck or I just missed a beat in the gain and play stuff. Definitely the secret plot was scary. But they were tough boards. I wish I had played the ones I lost a little cleaner. I think I won them too. I think I was pretty lucky to get out with 2-2 on this last one. I think I played badly in the other two and from pretty winnable positions. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I guess I'll be playing in the single elimination part of this bracket at some point. So I'll catch you later.